is a very low investment for everything that you get. It's a great benefit. Not only do you get all of the things that you see here in terms of the materials and the different tools that are available, the free product, the product samples, the catalog, you get to build your business without borders in 50 plus countries around the world. And that gets me really excited. So my next segment is pretty much devoted. I think we can still say that we're kind of early in the new year. And I am here to share with you a way for you to make your dreams come true in 2022. And I want to start off briefly with a little reflection that we heard for those of you last week that were connected, listening to our kickoff rally that we had virtually. Many of you heard our founder. Ann was just talking about our founder, Jerry Brasfield. He was there in person. I got a chance to talk to him and see him in person, and he looks amazing for an 82-year-old young man. He truly exemplifies the power of this nutrition because he is, distributor number one, if you could say, the first customer of Neolife. But here's where I'm going with this. For those of you that probably missed it, you can go back into the neolifetv.com YouTube channel for Neolife and hear his session where he talks about that we should do things not because we have to, but because we can. So what does that mean? That your nutrition, your wellness products, you don't have to use them, but you can use them. The reality is that there's a lot of people this morning in our international market, Kenya, and around the world who did not wake up this morning. There's a lot of people who can't get up out of their bed because they can't walk or talk or speak. And sometimes we take those things for granted. So it's not that we have to, it's that we can talk to people. It's not that we have to, it's that we can get up in the morning and pursue our hopes and our dreams. We can talk about the cost of gas. We can talk about the cost of inflation. We can have a discussion about the cost of just general needs that we have in our lives in terms of, living cost. But I think now more than ever, it's really time for us to create more value in ourselves. Jim Rohn said that if you want to be more valuable, you have to become more valuable. So I want to talk about how you can become more valuable this year and focus on some of the things to help take your business to the next level. I also want to give a special shout out to our leaders that are on this call. I believe I saw Judy Jedu, I believe, President's team member and a couple of World team members. So good to see everybody on the call. I want to first ask you all to take some notes because I believe that a short pencil is much greater than a long memory. Bring out a pencil, a paper, and just let's just walk through some skills that we need to work on to ensure to have success in this business. A few years back, around, I believe, 2018, 2017, I got a chance to go to a seminar in Las Vegas from this gentleman that many of you are very familiar with, hopefully. His name is Eric Worre. So you guys can raise your hand if any of you have heard of Eric Worre. He wrote a book that's called Go Pro that outlines a little bit more about our industry, our market. Okay, Grace, thank you. So you know who Eric Worre is, okay? I got a chance to go see one of his webinars in person in Las Vegas, and I took notes, and I'm gonna share those notes with you today. So one of the things that really inspired me about that talk was, first of all, that this business is not just about selling product. It's about selling a lifestyle. It's about selling hope. And now more than ever, people are looking for hope. So I wrote down what he called the 7 skills that can ensure you success in this business, in Neolife, in GNLD, in our industry. And the first one is to find prospects. You see, you or your business partners may be asking right now, do I know anybody? So my question is to you, who do you know that can use more energy? Who do you know that is looking to improve themselves physically, financially? Who do you know that's looking for a business opportunity? I love what Jules was talking about in terms of sometimes us here in the US, we fall into the comfort zone because we're spoiled in many ways. And we're spoiled, we're blessed in many ways in terms of how the government works. But sometimes we do a disservice and we disable people because now they become dependent on something that's not going to be able to be left behind to our children. And I'm conscious of that. So yes, one of the things that you must do immediately after this call, if you haven't done so this year, hopefully you have, is to create a list of names of the people who you know that can benefit from your business, both physically and financially. If you consistently are adding names, new names to your list, then you have overcome the first hurdle. And a lot of people have a challenge with this because their business doesn't grow. And the reason for that is because we stop talking to people. We stop inviting. That's called prospecting. That's called finding people, finding prospects. Remember, a closed mouth, you can put this in your notes. We get paid to talk, okay, here in this business. A closed mouth is a closed business. Simple as that. So we have to share with people. Number two, we must develop the skill of inviting. The same way you would invite somebody to a birthday party or a gathering or to church or, to an outing. This is actually a skill. And the key is really not to hunt your prospect down or beg them or sound or look desperate. Don't go around randomly telling people about your products or your business. You see, when you meet people, that's a good opportunity for you to work on what's called your contact statement. This can be over the phone, this can be on Facebook, this can be in person. In other words, the goal of inviting people is to educate them on what it is that you're doing and what it is that you do in your business. The more that people understand what you do, the more your business will grow. And I think a lot of times people struggle with their contact statement because they're quick to talk about the products. They're quick to talk about the science and the 50 years and then, or 60 years, 50 countries, when they should really be telling people what it is that we do. I'll give you an example. If somebody asks you, what do you do, right? The first thing is to do your ID, right? Who you are, but tell them that you have a business, that you're the CEO of your business. And in my business, I help people live better, look better, have more energy, reduce stress, lose weight, prevent illnesses. In addition to that, I help people start their own business, pay off debt, invest, like Grace was talking about, and travel the world. Doesn't that sound so nice? Don't you want to be a part of that type of business? So please don't hunt your people down or go around talking about just products. It's much more powerful than that. We don't just sell products. We sell a lifestyle, everyone. The number three is presenting. Jewel, I'm giving examples of the people on this call because a lot of times people struggle in their business because they're not bold about doing some of the things that are necessary to have success. Jules talked about that she has a passion for what she does because she gets to go out and outreach and make a difference. And that's living life with a purpose, right? So she gets to do presentations. Well, guess what? One of the largest obstacles in presenting is understanding that you are not the issue, okay? Remember, if the prospect can see themselves within a successful business, then the presentation is complete. Very key and important. Here are some steps or simple presentations that you should learn this year in 2022. Your ID, your identification, your name, your title, your occupation, how long you've been with Neolife, a little bit about your family. All you're trying to do is identify with the person that you're talking with to say, he or she is just like me. Yes or yes. Very simple. Then your story. These are two different things. Your story is your personal experience of how the nutrition or the business opportunity has made a positive impact in your life. Your story is unique to you. It's a personal experience. Talk about the pain, the challenge, the struggle. They call it the pain points. People identify with that because they may be going through something similar. Discuss the solution, whether it was the product, the nutrition, or the business opportunity. How did that become the shining star, the shining light? Talk about the after. So before, solution, after is the result, right? The benefit, and then how you're doing today. And I like to call it the future is bright. So those 4 key steps in your story. You must be able to effectively share your product story. If it's Trey and Ann, for example, which is very similar to what we do here with Pro Vitality, and Trey and Ann is a cellular nutrition story. Are you able to share about the cells and how the nutrients and the lipids and sterols help to restore our cell and our membrane wall to become flexible, allowing the nutrients to get in and the waste to get out. I'm giving you guys just some very simple examples because as I look at our largest leaders around the world, including some of those that are on this call today, understand the power of just being able to explain the benefits of the product. The basic 3 model, are you able to effectively share the business and how you can get started and the importance of your why and following the 3 daily success habits and looking when finding 12 customers and partnering with 3 people. You see, all of those little things are just rolling off my tongue because I do this every day, right? So it just becomes easier. My point is that it doesn't become easier in the long term. You get better. That's what I'm saying. So these are some very simple presentations. Number 4, if you notice, I'm going through these pretty quickly because of time. We're in a relationship business. People buy you first. Build long-term friendships, customers, business partners. Don't start talking about Neolife before you start talking about yourself. You see, sometimes people won't remember what you said or what you did, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Amen? Absolutely. So in this business, it's important for us to follow up. Do what you're going to say you're going to do. If you said to somebody, I'm committed to helping you, do that. Follow through. Check in with them regularly. Offer support. Remind them that you care and encourage them to keep going. I'll give you a little example. I got a nice little message the other day from Monica Madoya. I think Monica is on the call today. And Monica asked me to come on and speak today. And I said, absolutely. I'd be more than happy to. And then I said a little note there and I said, whatever it takes to help you get to director. That was my message to Monica because I'm committed to helping Monica. So I'm following through. And Monica is just one example, by the way, but I extend my support to every single one of you here in North America. Number 5, help people. Help your customers. Well, help your prospects become customers. Help your customers become distributors. Help your distributors get paid. Did you know in our industry, Eric Worre, GoPro talks about this. Those individuals that make money, that get paid, that receive a bonus, a check, a reward, a monetary compensation within their first 30 to 60 days in their business are more likely to be your business partners. Otherwise, they may end up as your customers, which is not a terrible thing. But remember that if you really want to grow your business, help your distributors get paid, whether it's 3% or 5 or 10 or 15 or 20%. That check could be $7 or $700 or $7,000. Help your team members get paid. Help your team take the next step. Recognize them. In fact, even your customers, are you calling your customers to thank them? It's called customer service, everyone. It's just saying, hey, I appreciate you saying yes to my business. I appreciate you saying yes to my product. Thank you for joining Neolife and the Victorious Eagles. We truly care about your decision. We know you're going to love the nutrition. I hope you're doing well. I think you guys kind of get the point, right? We have to check in with our people. Number 6, help distributors get paid. We talked about that. And Jules just mentioned this right now. Help them validate the new distributor's decision, that they made the right decision, that they're on the path to success, that they're going to get some benefits from this business, that they're going to get paid, that they're going to grow personally, physically, financially. We have to validate that because quite often in this business, people are motivated, but did you know motivation is temporary? It could be a week, it could be 2 weeks. What we're trying to achieve is inspiration, not motivation. Motivation is temporary, inspiration is long-term. So when you inspire people and you remind them that they made the right decision, they're more likely to be your business partners and have success. Help them set their expectations, the why. I think it was Grace was talking about moving to the US and seeing how difficult and how expensive it is living in this country. You have insurance payment, you have gas, light bill, water bill, mortgage payment, rent payment. I mean, that you run out of money before you run out of month. So the why is really important because should you ever think about quitting, then the why will remind you why it is you started in the first place. I think about person that I work with, her name is Ana Maria Riccardi. Some of you on the international teams know her. Ana Maria Riccardi is a vice president international in Europe, Italy, France. And her why back in the, I think, 90s or so was to help. And well, her why was to buy her husband a tie for Christmas. Because every time that Ana Maria Riccardi needed money, she needed to ask her husband for money. So one day she decided, I'm going to buy him a gift, but I'm going to buy it with my own money. And she was introduced to this business, bought her husband a tie, did very well for herself in the business, so well that Jerry Brasfield, our founder, asked her to be part of our corporate team. And not only did she buy her husband a tie, she ended up buying him a Ferrari. For those of you that know what a Ferrari is, it's a very expensive, exotic vehicle. But it all started with the little why. It all started with the desire. Share examples of how others got started as well. When you're working with your customers, when you're working with your business partners, maybe you're not making $10,000 a month, but you know somebody that is. There are probably people on this call right now making a very good income. Share those examples. Share those stories. In fact, I think some of you asked me, and maybe I if you go to the Neo Life TV website, we just uploaded all of the rally stories. People were asking about Alan Blaine, Nicole Blaine, Louis Smith, Delmar, Shirley Carmack. All of those stories are available for you to share. Use those examples, share them with your team members, inspire them. Help your distributors create a personal business plan, a 6-month plan, a 12-month plan. Show them step by step, month by month, what is available to them. I call it the WIIFM. What's in it for me? We can lay that out in a 6-month period. We can lay it out in a 12-month period to help people understand what they're going to get and gain through this business opportunity. Number 7, promoting events. Yes, you must become a professional at promoting events, whether it's a business training, a one-on-one, a product training, and most importantly, the convention. You see, the number one never miss event for all of top earners in this industry and Neolife, Eric Worre talks about this in the GoPro book, is the convention or the local team functions. You see, the power of inspiration and the destination of these events will change your mindset, your morale, and your income. There could be something there that is said that can inspire you forever. It's that little nugget. And this year we'll be having our North American convention in Nashville, Tennessee. I hope all of the North American team members on this call already booked their tickets because we're 93% sold. There's only a handful of tickets left. So again, all of these skills are required to succeed in your business. And none of this that I mentioned is rocket science. I know that the leaders on this call are totally committed to helping each and every single one of you learn these skills. However, they can rocket you and your team members to the top of the compensation plan. And that's how I believe that you can truly achieve your goals this year in 2022. So thank you once more for allowing me to share just a simple steps to success. And I say simple because they truly are simple. We sometimes tend to complicate the business. And I want to encourage you all to work on those 7 skills. And in fact, maybe we can hear an update on the next call to see how those are working for you. And definitely reach out to the leadership if you're interested in growing your business. One of the things that you need to have in this business is a mentor. So I'm very blessed to have a mentor like Rico Brown and others in the corporate team that I can go to anytime I need assistance or advice.